Wake up with us, it's time to rise and shine. Morning mayhem's on the air, we're feeling fine. We got a motto, Tomlin and Decker too. Bringing you the latest, there's nothing we can't do. Morning mayhem, it's a wild ride. Sports news and the daily updates, we're on your side. Special guests and interviews galore. We're taking over Woodland Regional, we're knocking down the door.
Good morning, Woodland, and welcome to December 5th. It is the end of the week. It's the end of the week. And it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be cold-wise.
It was pretty cold.
It's cold, but it wasn't windy.
No, it wasn't windy, but it feels like 9 degrees this morning when I got out there. So,
But it was 9
single
degrees.
digits means cold.
Yeah, was it 9 degrees where you were?
I don't know.
It was 9 where I was.
Yeah, I think it was like the same about where I was too. And now we're all here at Beacon Falls, and it's just a beautiful morning.
Great to be alive.
And looks like
We made it.
Looks like we made it.
Okay.
Got through the whole week. There's a little craziness in the middle of the week on the half day. Is that a
Yeah.
quarter day?
No. It was just a
it was
straight
a half.
We ended up doing the half day.
It's a
We,
straight half.
we had a possibility of quarter day.
Gotcha. So it actually turned into a full day that we
Okay.
truncated
Yeah.
and then turned it into a late arrival day and then
Correct.
finish up normal.
3/4 day, I think.
A 3/4 day?
I believe we may have manipulated time. It was glorious.
Yeah. Time shift right there.
Yeah.
Oh, in the multiverse, sometimes that happens. There's the
Ooh.
Woodland multiverse. It was a day, and then it wasn't a day, then it was a full day, and then we made it a smaller day, and then
So if I don't like how today goes, I get to change dimensions.
you can't.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Like Doctor Strange.
Yeah. I'm here for it.
Well, if you want to learn anything from the SDL slides we have, is you can change your own attitude. You can go for that.
There you go.
Yeah.
But
The more you know.
do I spin my arms around and
Hey.
make like a golden circle thing to jump through, or do I?
Yeah.
That would be great.
So for today, there's the end of the week things that are going on. That you got the last chance to vote for your pom pom poll of the week, problem solver or problem maker. Woodland Fine Arts Night is December 11th, and it's 5:30 is your art viewing, and then at 6:30 there's some performances. So stay for that as well. Hawk Wings are still collecting their condiments. Those are going to be due by December 8th. And when is December 8th? Today's the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, Monday.
It's Monday.
I learned that trivia last night, which condiment was created first, ketchup or mustard?
Mustard.
Mustard, because doesn't it last long since it's a vinegar-based product?
I don't know what it's got to do with lasting long, but creating first was mustard,
Yeah.
yes, in
Oh.
40 AD.
Yeah, 'cause
Whoa.
it dates all the way back to the Roman Empire, and the British
Wow.
were using it far longer. It's actually a staple. It should appear on every English
English meal.
dinner table.
Because tomatoes didn't get eaten for much later because
No,
they
they
thought
were
they're
poisonous, and they were
Right.
from the New
Yeah.
World, whereas mustard seed comes from the Old World.
There you go.
And the more you know. I did find the graphic for that, by the way. Little video. PJ Day for the kids is December 12th. So all students and staff are encouraged to participate by wearing dress code appropriate. That's in parentheses.
Yeah,
For those of you,
That's next
for
Friday.
whatever you're wearing to bed, maybe
Yeah.
don't bring that to school. The appropriate pajamas to school, and make it a $1 donation if able. Donations will be collected during advisory. So,
Yeah, that's 1 week from today.
It's awesome.
and the money goes directly to the Connecticut Children's Hospital. I don't see who's sponsoring. Who's sponsoring that? I don't know. We're just doing it.
Somebody's
Sponsoring it. So if you know who's sponsoring it, let us know so we can give them their shout out. And don't forget to charge Chromebook every night. And if you haven't had time yet, go and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you find us. And time now for the news with Tomlin.
And now, with the latest headlines, over to the news desk with Tomlin.
Good morning, Cup Top Stories Saturday. First off, Netflix has entered exclusive talks to acquire Warner Brothers Discovery.
Oh
yeah.
all that.
Paramount
Yeah.
is they're angry.
Yes.
It's like a
And, well, Netflix is looking to take over the global streaming world.
Not only global streaming world, but getting more of their products into movie theaters for those awards.
I don't think they want that, but we'll
Yeah.
see. Their strategy may change.
K-pop Demon Hunters has been in the theaters enough. They are eligible now for awards.
Yeah.
After rejecting an initial $19 offer in September, WBD put assets on the block in October following 3 offers from Paramount, prompting a bidding war with Comcast and Netflix earlier this week. CNBC reported Netflix's proposal was largely cash, roughly 85% value at about $28 per share, included a $5 million breakup fee.
Yeah.
That's awesome. U.S. regulators are expected to scrutinize the deal closely, with Cinema United warning a Netflix acquisition risks removing about 25% of the annual domestic box office. Reports say the companies could announce an agreement within days as they progress through exclusive talks and due diligence. If completed, Netflix would steward Warner Brothers IP, while WBD spins off linear TV assets, including CNN, TNT, and TBS.
It's a lot going on there.
A lot of money being thrown around.
As I say, our choices are going to get even more limited.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
That's good. I'm good for limited because I'm tired of.
If it's going right back to it's going right back to cable again.
That's fine as long as
I broke out of cable to get away from cable.
Hey, that's why I stayed. I told you people, do not leave cable. It will come back.
Yeah.
Back in my day, I said stay with cable.
Hey. All right. Up next, Israel approved for 2026 Eurovision, while Spain and the Netherlands announced withdrawals from the Eurovision.
Ah, boo.
Recent months, several national broadcasters warned they might boycott due to Israel's conduct in the war in Gaza and allegations of voting manipulation. To address concerns, the European Broadcast Union adopted voting rules, cutting votes from 20 to 10, added expert jurors and bans on coordinated prompting, required participation conditional on accepting new rules. Find the EBU decisions: Ireland's RTE, Spain's RTVE, the Netherlands' Avrotros announced boycotts or will not broadcast Eurovision 2026 over humanitarian and values concerns.
That's a big deal. There's always politics involved with Eurovision. I mean, if you get involved in it, there's a lot of controversy and drama and music. It all comes together.
Kind of like FIFA. There's a lot of controversy,
like
a lot
FIFA,
of money.
with more dancing and spectacle.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Well, that was go on. I'm sorry.
There you go.
Yeah.
Discussions about unidentified aerial phenomenons, UAPs or UFOs, to those of you not in the know, continue to be widely debated in the U.S., and now another new wrinkle has been added. Scientists at the Palomar Observatory studying photos from the 1950s discovered unusual star-like flashes that appeared and disappeared within an hour. The transient objects were captured years before the first man-made satellite was launched, adding to speculation.
When they say flashes that disappear in an hour, that meant it was on for an hour and then disappeared, because I wouldn't really consider that a flash.
On Thursday, December 4th, Pantone officially named Cloud Dancer, that's Pantone 11-4201, its 2026 color of the year, describing it as the lightest and an unprecedented white choice.
It is white. First time white was chosen.
Look at this.
Yeah,
He knows his Pantone.
I
was gonna say.
get my trivia in.
That's awesome. IKEA is set to ramp up U.S. production as tariffs bite into imports of the Swedish furniture group's top supply chains.
Oh,
So IKEA will be made in the United States. Swedish meatballs will continue to be offered.
all right.
Very good.
American Swedish meatballs.
There you go.
I like the TLDR part of that story.
There's your news.
And that's your news with Tomlin. Over the sports desk with Decker.
Here's a shot at the buzzer.
Strike three call.
What a catch. Touchdown.
Time now for sports with Decker.
Speaking of corruption and the FIFA.
Here it is.
He held off, so we had something.
I was trying there. Good transition. The World Cup draw will be held today.
It will.
Woo!
Yeah, in Washington, D.C., hosted by Kevin Hart. We will get to see where the World Cup games, we know they'll be held in the United States. We get to see what group the United States is in, who they get to play next summer.
And if my 3 Lions will play on the East Coast.
Yeah, if you will be able to get to see them there. Although you got all summer to plan, though, so maybe you can make a trip wherever. Football last night, the Lions beat the Cowboys. Basketball tonight. The boys team is playing against UConn boys are playing against East Texas A&M. I didn't even know they had a school, but there you go. And then the women's basketball team will be playing on Sunday versus DePaul. So hopefully 2 nice victories for the UConn basketball programs.
All right.
So we got some guests. So that's all I got.
All right, and that's the sports with Decker. Good morning to you guys. Thank you for coming in. We have guests today from the Fine Arts Department who are going to be representing us at the CMEA Southern Region Ensemble, correct?
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
So if you give us just let us know who you are, go across the board right there. Oh, that was like this. That was like the Spider-Man.
We go left to right. There is our.
All you need to do is put your two fingers out. We got the Spider-Man meme.
I'm Mr. Youngs. I am the music teacher at Willard Regional.
I'm Blake. I'm our like resident trombone player. As opposed to a second.
This is Blake's like third appearance on the show. I think he's got the most spots.
I'm Arina. I'm the mallet section leader.
All right. So if you just want to give us a brief introduction to what CMEA is and how everyone gets involved in that.
Yeah, sure. CMEA stands for the Connecticut Music Educators Association. And every year they host a series of auditions for a 2-day kind of extravaganza of practicing and performing for a concert. And so the students get the music kind of like at the beginning of the school year. They have a couple months to practice it, and then they get to audition in November, and then hopefully make it and then perform in January.
Now, is there an age requirement? Like sports have like the senior all-star games, and this sounds almost like the all-star for the ensemble.
Yeah, so the way it's equated to our sports leagues, it's the NVL, essentially.
Okay.
So the Southern Region is our NVL. And so we go up against schools like Guilford and Middletown and all the way out to Milford. And the age is just high school. As long as you're a eligible, like freshman, junior, sophomore, senior, like you can audition. And so middle school has their own little thing too. So they're actually going this Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's the talent that is going to get you that spot.
Yes.
All
Yeah.
right.
it's our own version of Eurovision.
Its own.
See, it's all circular. It all
Yeah,
comes
yeah,
back.
All right. So the piece that was selected this year, is it different for every discipline?
Yeah. So every single year they put out a new sheet of paper with the audition requirements on it, and the stuff that normally doesn't change is they have you play a chromatic scale just to demonstrate that you know every note on your instrument. They give you a list of scales. They don't tell you what you're going to be playing, but they say, hey, you have to have at least these memorized and like ready to go when we have you do it. And then they have an audition piece every single year, which they normally pick from. I mean, like I get one out of the same book every single year, but it's a list of like 50 songs, and they choose one based on what they think is going to reflect the concert that year. So if they're going to have a very technical piece during the actual show, it's going to be a technical audition. If they're trying to get something like schmaltzy and very ballad for the like concert, it's going to be like a schmaltzy ballad audition piece.
Schmaltzy. I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I do
like
too. Yeah.
Schmaltzy.
He's coming for our jobs.
Is that a Mr. Young's word? Schmaltzy?
Yeah.
Use it out loud.
I mean, it kind of depends for mallets because last year my piece was a piano piece, so I just played it on mallets. This year was more of a violin piece, and I believe compared to last year, at least looking at the pieces, like difficulty wise, looking at his piece scared me. But my piece too, it was more difficult than last year's, and there's usually like years where it's easier, and then there's years that's more difficult. And I think this year was more difficult, but I liked this. Oh my
So
gosh, I like this year.
You said it was a violin piece. Did you have to hit the violin?
No, I just played them. It was made for the violin, but I just hit them out.
Against the violin.
Yeah. Yeah.
So explain a little bit for people who don't know. When you say play the mallets, what do you mean by playing the
So-
mallets?
Okay, so imagine a piano, right? Except the piano is bigger, and then the notes are bigger, and they're like about that big each. And then you have like a stick and a ball in the end, and you have two in each hand, and you hit different notes with it. Or you can do 4, and you can hit 4 notes.
All right. So it's almost like a percussion with tone.
Basically, yeah.
And you're playing the trombone.
Yeah.
What's the most difficult part about playing the trombone?
The most difficult part about playing trombone, if I'm going to be honest, is like sticking to your note. There's no, unlike like trumpet or mallet, or like you have a definite like hit this makes this note. Put down your fingers in this direction, this makes this note. Trombone is a solid slide. The only way you're going to get like the proper tone for a note is either you know where it is or you're able to retune yourself to where you think it is. And that is entirely like you can do it by ear, and then you have to tune it. But then if you're here versus here, that's a totally different sound. And
So I was wondering about that with trombone. If there was like, I don't want to say like a ratchet, but when you're playing it, like a fret that you could feel it passing, so you know,
no,
or it's just like you have to hear it. You have
It
to
is-
know you're on tone.
it is entirely smooth. The only way you like can properly do what you're doing is either you know how to hear it or you have little tricks. So like fourth position, I know the way I hold it. If I put my thumb out and I press it against the back of the bell, that's always going to be my fourth because of how my finger is. And this goes to third. I can press my first finger against the bell, and then first is like here, and then everything else is like you just got to know.
And are these things that you're practicing in class, or is there activities after
Yeah,
school?
occasionally, kind of the basics that we go over in class is like, this is how your instrument's going to be. And then everything that for regionals is more or less independent. And so like, depending on like their time and their scheduling, like they can come see me and I can offer some assistance, but as a not trombone expert and a not mallet expert, like it's limited. But like, I can say that's not right. There's enough musical basis where I can say that's not how you would play that. Here's a better way to do it. Or that's not in tune. Like you have to listen to that and know that's going to be sharp. So you have to go further in your position for Blake.
So you just said that they do this independently. This is a choice on their part to partake in it and to challenge themselves to get into it.
Yeah, and then all three of these people here are part of the Triad Music Honor Society, and to maintain a thing in that they have to kind of audition for it, but it's also a way to get into it. And so, I mean, all three of them have already made it in, and they all also made it last year. So, like, they knew going into this year how to be more comfortable and just go in and have an audition rather than going for like the first time and freak out.
All right.
Right, Casey?
I snuck in.
But tell us a little bit about your audition, when you had to go through.
Well, I did vocal, so it's much different than these two. But it was kind of easy. I don't know what more to say.
Yeah, every year it's really, really different. I think, especially for the singers, like some of the songs just lend themselves to their voices much more easier. Last year's song, I think, was much more difficult. It was much more operatic. This year's was much more easygoing. Even though it's still in Italian, I think you had a better handle on it.
It was mainly just I had to focus on breath control and when to breathe, when not to breathe. But
yeah,
I think I have a way easier time than they do.
Now, for the breath control, is that part of class, something you're going over, or is that, again, another part that when you're looking at this piece, you're practicing on your own?
Well, I mean, like a half and half. Sometimes he'll make us do like breathing exercises. Not a fan of them. But other times you kind of just have to do it by yourself, like breathe through your diaphragm and then like go from there. It's honestly just like keep practicing and you'll get it eventually.
What's your range? Like what's your lowest that you can go?
That's a good question. Casey is one of our true sopranos, so she has almost a whistle range, which is like that Mariah Carey style, like very, very high. I mean, it's not common, but she can get there. And then I'd say on your low end, probably a lower G below middle C. Probably like 3.5, 4 octaves. It's pretty large. Yeah,
that's what I say. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, when you're in the ensembles, everybody performing together for one piece, or is it going to be kind of like a show where there's this part comes on, the mallets are on, and then the trombones, and then the choir, or are you singing in the choir?
These two will be performing together with the concert band.
Okay.
And they'll be performing a legitimate concert. So 3 to 4 pieces.
Oh, okay.
And of high level repertoire because it's all people who've made it, so they have the ability to do it. Casey made it into the Treble Choir, which is all female voices, so soprano and alto. And our other member, Lucas John Minicucci, he made it into the mixed choir. So that's SATB, soprano, alto, tenor, bass. And so they all will have, it'll be split into the choirs and then the bands and orchestras.
All right. And that's 2 days, you said. So is it instruments on one day and then?
It's a practice day for everybody and then the concert day for everybody.
Oh, so it's the first time that you're coming together. Everybody's working. Is there a guest conductor or a guest director that's involved?
Yeah, so I know theirs because they got a letter. It's the University of New Hampshire's conductor.
Oh, wow.
Last year you got someone out of Massachusetts who was fantastic. Yeah.
So
and so Blake's this is not his 4th year. And like every year it's kind of funny because he gets someone brand new and with a brand new style. And so like we can compare from year to year and be like, that guy was a little nutty. There was one guy who just left the stage for a piece.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of conducting, he was like, no, they can do it themselves. And he just left. It was crazy.
So, well, hey, listen, congratulations. I hopefully we can get some people that are going to go there. I want to see if we can get some recordings of what you've done. And do we have any of their music that they've had in the past that we can share when we post the show?
I'll tell you what, I will look in my, they are bad about handing them out, but I will try to find them and send them to you because I think I've access to everybody.
All right. So thank you for coming in, and on behalf of the show. He was Tomlin, and then he was Decker. I'm still Amato. Good morning, Woodland.
Morning mayhem, it's a wild ride. Sports news and the daily updates, we're on your side. Special guests and interviews galore. We're taking over Woodland Regional. We're knocking down the door.
Every morning at 7 a.m.
Check us out on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram too. We're streaming on Spotify. We're reaching out to you. Join the Morning Mayhem crew.
Knocking down the door.